Can I have a motion to move to public session?
Motion to move to public?
Second.
Okay. Is we good? You have to do a roll call? No? Okay. All in favor? Aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay. All right. Will you please, let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Will you all please remain standing for a moment of reflection and respect for our troops serving throughout the world, our troops who have served, and our troops who have made the ultimate sacrifice in the name of our United States of America. Okay, you may be seated. Moving on to Section 5, approval of the minutes from our last meeting on March 11, 2025. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes?
Approve 5A.
Second. Any discussion? Okay. All right. Roll.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Condit?
Yes.
Ms. Ibach?
Yes.
And Mrs. Howard?
Yes.
Mr. Satinoy?
Yes.
Mrs. Shep?
Yes.
And Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, moving on to student recognition. Mr. Ross, you're up.
How about this one? Oh, there you go. This one is, we'll just retire that for now. So it's very nice to see everyone. Sorry for the awkward structure. We're sort of working through some things here. Obviously, Dr. Gendrano is not available today, so Ms. Howard, who is our board vice president, is filling in as president. Also, apologies for starting the public portion of the meeting a little bit late. We did have a matter that we had to attend to. But it's wonderful to see you all here, and obviously this is an incredible opportunity to celebrate our students who have been recognized as Student of the Month for April. Students, it's so nice to see you here. And what we're going to do is we're going to call the administrators up one by one. We're going to start with the high school. And students, your name's going to be called. You're going to come up. We're going to bring the step and repeat up. And so students, you'll stand in front of the step and repeat. We will pause after everybody from the school has been called up. And then parents, you can get up and you can take pictures. We'll take a little pause. And then we'll go down to the next school. We'll go to Lincoln Middle School and then to Faber. All right? So without further ado, Mr. Lynch.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming. So it's my honor to recognize our Students of the Month. Looks like a few of them weren't able to make it this evening, but our ninth grade Student of the Month is Sadiq Hanif. Sadiq has done a great job getting started at the high school. He's in some of the honors classes. He is an incredibly nice individual. He's involved in the Dungeons and Dragons Club at the high school, and so he's really been a positive force at the high school so far. So our ninth grade Student of the Month, it is Sadiq Hanif. Our 10th grade Student of the Month, Katie Lee Garcia. Katie Lee obviously a fantastic student as well. Played on our soccer team, is currently playing softball, and she's one of the 2 pitchers for the team. So the team's gotten off to a nice start this season. Also, one of the nicest individuals. She's got a great group of friends that they hang out together. It's always great to see. So our 10th grade student of the month, Katie Lee Garcia. Our 11th grade student of the month also couldn't be here tonight, Madison Quinones. Madison also, another student who's done incredibly well, straight A student, has really worked hard, is involved in the arts, has done art club, creative writing, and has talked to us recently about really taking some challenging high school and college courses coming up to her senior year. So we're very excited to see what she's able to do coming up. Madison Quinones. And our 12th grade student of the month, Adrian Saldana. There is so much to say about Adrian. He is a fantastic individual. It's been such a great time having him at the high school since he came over from the middle school. He's done such a great job with his classmates, the younger students that are in class with him. Just last year, he started taking choir, and he is a joy to see up there on the stands with his choir classmates. This year, his choir class performed at the talent show, and Adrian performed with him. And most recently, he started to learn how to play piano. And our choir teacher, Miss Piano, took some video and showed it to us the other day, and he has really learned quickly. And another great thing about Adrian, if you ever have any questions about any animated movies made in the last 20 or 30 years, Adrian is your go-to guy. So our 12th grade student of the month, Adrian Saldana.
Yeah, parents, if you want to get up, feel free to grab a picture. All right, thank you, Mr. Lynch. Next, I'm going to call up Ms. Caulfield, who is our assistant principal from Lincoln Middle School. Ms. Caulfield.
Sure. Okay. Good evening, all. I'm first going to recognize our 6th grade student of the month for Lincoln Middle School, Aiden Lubach. The 6th grade teachers are proud to recognize Aiden Lubach as the April Student of the Month. Aiden works tirelessly to consistently maintain high honor roll status, producing high-quality work. Throughout his days, he demonstrates a positive attitude and is always ready and willing to help his classmates. Aiden is a strong critical thinker and makes thoughtful contributions to classroom discussions. He is someone who is both friendly and personable, both in and outside of the classroom. He serves as a role model for other students, and we are incredibly proud to have him here at LMS. Congratulations, Aiden. Next, we have our 7th grade student of the month, Ariana Condit. This month, we are proud to recognize Ariana as the 7th grade student of the month. She stands out for being focused and dedicated to her schoolwork and her athletics every day. She always puts forth her best effort, paying close attention to details and making her work complete and accurate.
In class, she participates thoughtfully and is always respectful to both teachers and classmates. She works very well with others and shows kindness, cooperation, and has a positive attitude in all group activities. We're very proud to recognize this hardworking and respectful student for setting such a great example. Congratulations. For 8th grade, we have Julian Fenor. I don't think I saw him. We are excited to announce Julian as the 8th grade student of the month. Julian is a pleasure to have in class, always bringing a positive attitude and enthusiasm to his learning. He actively participates in class discussions, contributing thoughtful insights and engaging with his peers. His strong work ethic is evident in his consistent effort to complete all his assignments on time. As a result, Julian has been on the honor roll both first and second marking periods, always prepared for class. He sets a great example for his classmates and is organized and focused. His friendliness and display of respect truly helps to make LMS the best place for students and teachers. So congratulations to all our LMS students.
Yeah, parents, feel free, come on up. It's worth a smile. Excellent. All right, one more for Mr. Petzinger. All right, congratulations, LMS students. Thank you, Ms. Caulfield. And last but not least, from Faber Elementary School, Principal Mr. Tennant.
Thank you and welcome. To start off our Student of the Month for special areas, we have Aiden Safari. Aiden, come on up, buddy. Clap it up. Very excited, very excited. The special area teachers are pleased to have Aiden as their Student of the Month. Aiden is hardworking, polite, and kind, and he's a pleasure to have in class. Aiden always tries his best and is a good friend of his classmates. Clap it up for Aiden, please. Pre-K, we have Dorothy McNair. Dorothy is a great friend to everyone. She works hard in class and is always happy. Her favorite thing to do in preschool is to play kitchen and loves dancing and singing our songs of the week. Dorothy has been fun to have in class, and her teachers are going to miss her next year when she moves to kindergarten. Clap it up for Dorothy. First, kindergarten, we have Dax Zerkowski. Where's Dax? Come on up, Dax. Dax has stood out for his kindness, positive attitude, and strong work ethic. He always greets others with a smile and is quick to lend a helping hand to his friends. Dax shows kindness every day. He listens intently and follows directions and always works hard to do his best. Clap it up for Dax, please. First grade, Christian Carter Walker. Miss Wenzel says, I chose Christian Carter Walker as a Student of the Month because he is kind and always hardworking. Christian tries his very best at everything he does and is a great role model in his class. He is enthusiastic and helps students and never gets a chance. Christian loves to participate and learn new things in the class and shows a constant positive attitude. Congratulations, Christian. Clap it up. Second grade, Layla Mendez, come on up. Layla is always ready to help her friends. She looks to brighten everyone's day. She's never without a smile on her face. I can attest to that. There's always a smile on her face. And works diligently both inside and outside the classroom. Layla is a shining star and wonderful role model for her classmates. Her creativity, thoughtfulness, and dance moves are just a few things she does that are great in class. Congratulations, Layla. Clap it up. Third grade, we have Cameron Artist. Cameron, where are you? Ms. Gunther would like to nominate Cameron for Student of the Month. Cameron is a good friend to many of the students in the class and always lends a helping hand. He does well in school and always tries his best at schoolwork. He has been recognized for his work in his iReady program. Cameron is a very kind and well-rounded student and makes our class better every single day. Great job, Cameron. Fourth grade, she's in the back there, Mackenzie Johnson. Come on up, Mackenzie. Mackenzie Johnson is the pick for Student of the Month at Ms. DeSosa's class. She is very kind and caring to her peers. She's the first to help everyone. She even tries to help ELL students in English when they are in trouble and they have problems with their work. She is our anti-bullying ambassador and takes her responsibility very seriously. She is always ready to participate, and I have never heard anything but kind words said about her. Great job, Mackenzie. Clap it up. And last but not least, we have Oliver Ramirez. Come on up, Oliver. Oliver always strives to do his best and is a good friend. He has shown more confidence in himself in the classroom and shows impressive growth in his work. He is a pleasure to have in class. Clap it up for Oliver, please. And one more time for favorite students of the month, please.
All right, so first of all, thank you to our administrators. Congratulations, all the students. Let's do one big round of applause for everyone again, please. All right, and what we're going to do right now is, obviously, we've got a meeting, but we're going to leave this up for about 5 minutes or so. So if you want to bring your child up here, grab a picture. It's actually two-sided. So you can come to the other side and take a picture this way. Congratulations again. It's wonderful seeing you. Thank you for being here, and have a wonderful night. Um,
So just the president's remarks. Dr. Gendrano is not here tonight, so I'll just keep it brief and welcome everyone to the week before spring break. And we have spring sports underway. Transitioning into the spring is always a great time of the year. And so I just want to wish everyone in the school community and the town to have a safe and happy spring break. All right, next up is item number 8. Superintendent's report.
All right, thank you, Ms. Howard. We're going to start the superintendent's report with our student representative report, so I'm going to turn it over to Douglas.
Hello, everyone. It's nice to see every one of you again. I have my report, like always, from all the 3 schools. I picked some things that happened that were the most interesting in the last month. So, for a favor, I have that they had the 4th grade harvest of the aquaponics and hydroponic system with the partners to drop the beets. The students went to drop multiple stations and got to bring home lettuce or herbs. Girls on the Run started up for the spring season, and they are looking forward to their 5K race in May. Looking forward to our spring parties on Friday. The students will also see Mr. Tennant get slime because of raising $10,000 for their radiation. Damn, that's impressive. Yeah. For Lincoln Middle School, we had our 4th graders harvest. Wait 1 second. I lost the middle school, so I'm going to say the high school.
Yep.
So for the high school, we had a college fair on Monday, March 24 at Woodbridge High School, where students met representatives from colleges and universities from around the country. It was a good opportunity for students to see what schools had to offer and programs that might be interesting. On Monday, March 31st, engineering students from Rutgers University came and presented at DHS to address questions the student may have about how to become an engineering student, as well as the different types of engineering. On Thursday, April 3rd, DHS and LMS held a health and wellness fair, which gave students an opportunity to learn more about leading a healthy lifestyle and being safe at home in the community. And today, we had the Riders University field trip, where we went to Riders University and they gave us a tour of the whole university, and they show us the options that we have, all the different careers that we can go for, and all the resources that we need to apply. That will be all for tonight.
Awesome. Thank you, Douglas. So just some other items from my lens. Obviously, as Mrs. Howard mentioned, spring break is coming up. It is certainly something I think that we're all looking forward to. It's been a wonderful push this year, and I think that the hard work of the staff, the hard work of the administrative team, the very hard work of our students is to be commended. It's also something that really needs a little bit of downtime, and I think everybody's starting to feel that a little bit of spring fever, and I know that everyone is looking forward to next week. And then it's a push. So we have our AP testing that starts about 2 weeks after we get back. We have NJSLA testing at the end of the year. We have concerts. We have all of our graduation ceremonies. We have spring sports recognition. We have so much going on. And May and June are extremely busy months. So it's going to be a really good week for R&R. And I appreciate everyone's work to get us to this point. To that end, we have the district calendar, which was approved in January of 2024. We have 2 days that were not used that were allocated for inclement weather. And as per the approved calendar, those dates will be given back as the Tuesday and Wednesday of Memorial Day weekend. That means that Memorial Day weekend will be a 5-day weekend. So we will have professional development on Friday, which means no school for students. Then we have Saturday and Sunday. We have Memorial Day Monday. And then Tuesday and Wednesday are the days that will be given back for the calendar change. I know that there's been a lot of conversation about whether that's a good plan or not. We had a lot of conversation before the calendar was approved. We talked about it for months publicly, and that was what was decided. In thinking about this for next year, I've asked the DEA, members of the DAA, obviously board members, if you have different perspectives on things, please share them. We have approved the skeletal 25-26 calendar, but we can certainly change those types of small details. So, we are in the situation that we approved, a year and a half ago, and it's appropriate to stick with that, but obviously we can think about how to change that moving forward. A couple other things of note. Yesterday, Ms. Drapkin presented with an administrator from Chatham about cross-district partnerships and collaboration in educational leadership. This was at the NJASA, NJPSA Women's Leadership Conference, which was held in Somerset. Very exciting, lots of folks there. And we had a district team that went, Dr. Santinello, Ms. Van Ross, and Ms. Drapkin and I were present for the conference. It was really great. Ms. Drapkin did a wonderful job, obviously representing the district. We're proud of her. We're proud of her leadership, and glad she was able to take that step. We have the Color Run, which is now scheduled for May 31st at Faber, always a fan favorite event. And then also for the first time this year, we are running a bike rodeo, which is going to be on June 12th. This is in partnership with Keep Middlesex Moving. Bike rodeo is an event primarily for students, under about 7th grade or so. It is a bike safety course, and then they also have representatives on hand to provide free helmets for kids that might not have helmets. They have bike lights and other sorts of safety features that they help install on the bicycles themselves. And we're also sort of partnering with PTO and the Dunellen Public Library and other organizations to make it more of a community fair type of event. So we're going to bring in local service providers and folks from the community, set up tables so that it will be also a fun event for not just the kids, but also a really meaningful event for the families. So very excited about that. That's June 12th, and obviously there's going to be a lot of information shared about that prior to the event. We've also partnered with Middlesex College. As Douglas mentioned, students visited Ryder today from the high school. We had our 8th grade trip to Middlesex College for the first time ever. Students were able to visit the college and understand sort of what it means to be in college and what the college experience can be like. Middlesex College has been a really tremendous advocate for students attending college. They have obviously 2-year associates programs. They also have a lot of trades programs and a lot of professional certificate programs. It's very inexpensive comparatively to attend Middlesex. They do outreach with all of the high schools in the county, and they also provide support for the juvenile justice services that are run through the county. So they've got dual credit courses that they offer and all sorts of things. So we had that for our 8th grade students today. Or yesterday rather, and our high school students will be visiting in late May after the end of the semester at Middlesex. And so again, the point here is to try to open students' eyes to some experiences, really give them that concept of what they might be working for in high school if they don't have a parent who's attended college, or if they just aren't familiar with that. Middlesex College, just like Kane, is also considered a Hispanic serving institution, which means that it serves above some threshold. I think it's 30% of its students are Hispanic, which means it has special federal designation as well and federal funding. And so it's a wonderful organization, wonderful institution. I'm glad that we're now able to partner with them. So exciting stuff there. We also have news our preschool expansion facilities project, which was awarded by the state, I guess in the winter, early winter. We were awarded $3.5 million in funding from the state on a $6 million project to build 8 classrooms to expand preschool. These are all 950 square foot classrooms with toilets in them, with bathrooms in them, which are suitable for preschool or for kindergarten requirements. And we've been working with our architects from LAN to finalize sort of the best plan moving forward. We've now figured out what that plan is. Now we've entered basically the design phase. So it's going to be a couple of months of design and materials preparation and all of that. All of that gets put into bid specifications, which then gets sent out to the public. There's a period of time that the bid is open and available to contractors. And then there's a bid opening, which is a weird sort of, Mr. Walker, I know you've had a lot of experience with this. It's a weird, what's the word that I'm looking for? It's like a ceremonial event where everybody sits down and they literally open up envelopes and they pull out the specs and they just read the numbers. They say, contractor A, whatever it is. So it's going to be a new experience for a lot of our staff. It'll be a very interesting process to see where we come in terms of the bids, and then we'll start the construction phase and talk about exactly what steps will be taken in order to do the project. So very exciting work. It'll start probably construction in the winter or thereabouts. Over spring break, we have a lot of work that's being done in the district, and spring break is always a good time to do facilities projects. So we have a lot of work being done in this building with HVAC. Train is coming in, and they're installing some new rooftop units. We also have a lot of work happening with our water fountains and our sinks and flushing, which is required. We're doing rekeying of a number of locks. We are doing some retrofitting of our guidance office, some repairs to our stage, some more work on our AV system at the high school. We're also installing new furniture in the media center at Faber. We obviously did sort of phase 1 of the Faber redesign, which was to add some offices and redo the carpet. And now we've got new furniture coming in, which is going to create a new collaborative learning space in the sort of back 2/3 of that space, which will allow it to be a really good learning space and also be still flexible enough for things like the PTO, the book fair, and the sales that are done, and also for faculty meetings and all of those types of things. So it's going to look great. It looks great already, but it's going to be really nice to get those old bookshelves out of there, get rid of a lot of those old books, and put in some new modern, flexible seating and furniture options, which is great. And then really the last piece is that as we are in April, we're inching towards May, and our next board meeting is May 6th, and at May 6th board meeting, we will be doing the renewal of our non-tenured staff members. And so this month is basically the finalization of all of the evaluation processes for non-tenured staff members, and that means that they're sort of the folks who have been here for 4 years or fewer. Some evaluations are going to be put together. There are different parameters for non-tenured staff members this year than there are for tenured staff members because of recent pauses that have been put on regulation requirements. But non-tenured staff members will be evaluated. Then we'll also, at the same time, that sort of May 6th meeting, we're going to finalize which positions we may be adding. As I spoke about in the budget presentation, there are a couple positions that we're looking at potentially adding to provide additional support. Then sort of at the end of April, beginning of May, we start to post for next school year for all of the open positions. We have a couple of postings that are available now, but we'll start that process, and then we'll really use the last 7 weeks or so of school to interview and try to hire folks for the 25-26 school year. We also have started the Teacher of the Year process, which in this district is done kind of according to the old model, which is that the Teacher of the Year is announced at the end of the year, which makes a whole lot more sense than the current DOE process, which is that the Teacher of the Year gets announced in October or November or something like that. So the principals have all sent out information to staff and I believe to parents, or shortly will be sent to parents. There's a nominating process. There's a team of folks at the school level who discuss, and we recognize one educator of the year from each building, and then one educational services specialist professional from the entire district, since we're so small. So those 4 folks will be recognized in either the late May or the early June meeting, and you know, obviously we'll roll the red carpet out for them. So that's what's happening. It's also my mom's birthday and my brother's birthday today, so that was nice. That was just cool. Yeah. Oh, it's your father's birthday? I went to the chocolate store in Highland Park. It's called Burn Chocolate. And they have my mom loves almond butter toffee. So I drive past it and I turn around and I park and I see my dad walking out of the chocolate store, empty-handed. And so I'm like, what's going on? So I get out of the car. He's totally startled when he sees me, and I'm like, you're here for chocolate. You don't have any chocolate in your hand. He said, they're all out of almond butter crunch. And I was like, oh my God. So my dad and I had the same brilliant idea at 5 o'clock to go to the chocolate store, and they were out of almond butter crunch. So I gave my mom an IOU. Last thing for me is the enrollment report. So we're up to 1,374 students. Not including the private provider pre-K students. This is actually the same exact number that we ended with last June. So we have 627 students at Faber. We have 333 students at the middle school and 414 students at the high school. The specific grade level information is available for you in the board agenda if you would like more information. And with that, that is the superintendent's report.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Ross.
Before we
moving
move on,
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. Mr. Ross, is it possible that we can get some data from that Monday we come back? I am very curious about our numbers on that Monday we come back from spring break.
Talking about student attendance?
Student attendance.
Sure.
Can that be shared with me? And you also mentioned that you were finalizing ideas for the preschool expansion. Can you let us know how that will impact the district with disruptions and or just around the district, wherever that construction will happen, when you have more information?
Yeah,
please?
absolutely. And there's
Thank you.
information in the operations committee report about the specific project, but I'm happy to speak further about that once we have it, some more detail on that.
Okay, moving on to item number 9, public comments, agenda items only. The board invites public comment on agenda items only from members of our community in accordance with board policy 0167. Public comment sections are intended to provide an opportunity for members of the public to express themselves on school matters of community interest. The board and administration will take notes during public comment, but will not provide substantive responses to questions or concerns raised by individual speakers. If necessary, the superintendent may provide a brief response after the entire public comment period is completed. The board appreciates and welcomes feedback from the community, but is not at liberty to engage in a back-and-forth dialogue with members of the public during this portion of the meeting. Prior to making your public comment, please state your name and municipality. Please note that all statements must be directed to the presiding officer. Please come to the microphone at this time if you would like to make comments on agenda items only. Prior to beginning your comment, please state the agenda item you would like to comment on. Okay. All right. Seeing no public comment, we'll move on to item number 10, which is education. We'll now hear the Education Committee report from me. Give me a second. Okay, the Education Committee met on April 1st at 7 p.m. In attendance were myself, Ms. Ibach, Dr. Gendrano, Ms. Drapkin, and Mr. Ross. The Education Committee met on April 1st and discussed a number of items, including information about adjustments to the district calendar due to unused inclement weather days, the district's ongoing goal-setting work with Studer, policies and regulations that are being recommended for first reading at tonight's meeting, the district's upcoming bike rodeo, which will take place on June 12th in partnership with Keep Middlesex Moving, a wide range of updates from Ms. Drapkin on professional development, grants, information, committee work, and after-school programming, curriculum, resources, and other items. Our staff is very busy. Updates regarding the district's preschool expansion plans for the 25-26 school year, and a variety of confidential matters. Moving on to item 11, which is education action items. We have items A through G. If I could have a motion for education. So this is 11A through G.
Move to approve education items 11A through G.
Second.
Okay. Anything for discussion for education, for the Education Committee? It's great to see a lot of upcoming field trips across the grade levels. They look like very exciting opportunities for our students. Any discussion, comments? Okay. All right, Mr. Pepe, can you call the roll?
Sure can. Mr. Anderson,
Yes.
Mrs. Condit,
Yes.
Ms. Ibach,
Yes.
Mrs. Howard,
Yes.
Mr. Satinoy,
Yes.
Mrs. Shep,
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to item 12, personnel. We'll now have the Personnel Committee report. Mr. Anderson?
The Personnel Committee met on April 1st at 8 p.m. Present was Dr. Dendrano, Ms. Shep, Mr. Ross, and me. We discussed a number of items, including open positions and staffing in the district, information about the evaluation process for the 2024-25 school year, and a number of confidential items.
Okay, thank you. Item 13 is the personnel action items. We have items A through I on the agenda. So this is 13A through I. Looking for a motion.
Move to approve 13A through I.
Second. Okay. Any discussion? Comments? Okay. All right, Mr. Pepe, could you call the roll?
Mr. Anderson,
Yes.
Mrs. Condit,
Yes.
Ms. Ibach,
Yes.
Mrs. Howard,
Yes.
Mr. Satinoy,
Yes.
Mrs. Shep,
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay. Moving on to item 14, which is operations. We'll now hear the Operations Committee report from Mr. Walker.
Thank you, Mrs. Howard. The Operations Committee met on April 1st, 2025 at 6 p.m. I was present along with Ms. Condit, Mr. Satinoy, Dr. Gendrano, Mr. Pepe, Mr. Ross, and Ms. Trapkin. The Operations Committee discussed a number of items, including a change to the date of the May 27th board meeting due to the adjusted district calendar, as discussed during the Education Committee meeting, policies and regulations that are being recommended for first reading at tonight's meeting, an update about the district's preschool facilities expansion grant construction project, safety and security initiatives that are being undertaken throughout the district, a wide range of facilities updates, and a variety of confidential matters. And that is all.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Walker. Moving on to item 15, we have the operations action items, items A through K. Looking for a motion for 15A through K.
A through K. Oops.
Seconded.
Okay. Open for discussion? Okay, Mr. Pepe, can you call the roll?
Mr. Anderson,
Yes.
excuse me, Mrs. Condit,
Yes.
Ms. Ibach,
Yes.
Mrs. Howard,
Yes.
Mr. Satinoy,
Yes.
Mrs. Shep,
Yes.
and Mr. Walker.
Yes. Mr.
Motion
Pepe, I was
passes.
just looking, I think it's A through M.
Oh, did I miss?
I said K.
Sorry.
Am I? Scratch. I went down too far. Forget that.
I don't.
Yeah, so the motion passed.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to item 16, old business. Just reading this.
Yeah, so this old business, typically we wouldn't have a resolution in old business, but this is something that we've discussed. We discussed this last meeting. So because we're not going to have school on May 27th, the district will be closed. We all had the conversation about moving the board meeting to the May 20th. So basically, this is the resolution that would do that because we already have a board-approved calendar. So at this point, a board member would just need to make a motion to approve that and then, go through the regular process.
Move to approve item 16A.
Second.
Any discussion? All right, please call the roll.
Mr. Anderson,
Yes.
Mrs. Condit,
Yes.
Ms. Ibach,
Yes.
Mrs. Howard,
Yes.
Mr. Satinoy.
We need more snow. Yes.
No. Okay. Mrs. Shep,
Yes.
and Mr. Walker.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, thank you. Any other old business besides Mr. Sanoy's request for more snow? Any other old business? Okay. Moving on to item 17, new business. Is there anything for new business?
I'll jump in here. I know that it was recently shared throughout the community over the last week that Mr. DiNapoli has announced that he is stepping back as the head coach of the football team. And so first and foremost, just thanking him for 29 years. That's pretty incredible to coach 29 years worth of students and games, and that's just really special, I think, to the community and the kids. So thank you, Mr. DiNapoli. Kind of secondary to that, I know that having the football team and having that coaching staff set up is really important and very critical to making sure that next year's team gets to continue to move forward. So hoping to see that that position is posted soon so that the team can get squared away.
Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Shep. Any other new business? Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. I definitely echo your sentiments about Coach DiNapoli. I mean, I think anyone in Central Jersey, you say DiNaps or Coach DiNaps, knows exactly who we were talking about. We were at the Varsity Jackets store in Somerville recently, and the woman said, "Oh yeah, DiNaps. He set everything up. You just give us a check," right? And then he has it all set up. So he's certainly a legend, and he will be missed as our coach. But he'll continue to bring such, contribute so much to our athletic program. And I agree with Ms. Shep that I think the posting for the for the head coach position should go out soon, so that we can make sure our team is ready for the fall.
I'll just add that if you hadn't seen it, there's a beautiful article about Coach DiNapoli in NJ.com that kind of chronicles his life and his time in coaching in the district, it was a really beautiful tribute to him. I'll say that I had a conversation with him at the softball game the day after he announced it. And those of you who know him know that he's wears his heart on his every part of his body, more than just his sleeve. And he's there just really trying to, he's talking about all of the people who have inspired him. And I know he talks a lot about trying to be a person that inspires others. And really that message is it's such a great one. It's really something that we need a lot more of in education. And he really holds that as just an essential part of who he is. And I really appreciate that about him, and I'm proud of him for the work that he's done, and certainly we'll miss him on the field. I'm sure that he will be on the field, but he just won't be at every practice and grinding it out and all the rest of it, which is also a good thing, because I think he needs some time for himself and his health as well, which we also all appreciate. So Dave, thank you very much for everything you do. Thank you for everything that you've done, and we'll certainly make sure that we follow in your footsteps with a strong head coach.
All right, thank you, everyone. Moving on to item 18, which is President's remarks. I don't have any remarks. All right. Item 19, which is public comments on any issue or topic. The board invites public comment on any issue topic from members of our community in accordance with Board Policy 0167. Public comment sections are intended to provide an opportunity for members of the public to express themselves on school matters of community interest. The board and administration will be taking notes during public comment, but will not provide substantive responses to questions or concerns raised by individual speakers. If necessary, the superintendent may provide a brief response after the entire public comment period is completed. The board appreciates and welcomes feedback from the community, but is not at liberty to engage in a back-and-forth dialogue with members of the public during this portion of the meeting. Prior to making your public comment, please state your name and municipality. Please note that all statements must be directed to the presiding officer. Please come to the microphone at this time if you would like to make comments on any issue or topic. Okay. All right. No comments. Moving on to item 20, which is executive session. The Dunellen Board of Education will now adjourn into executive session to discuss items that fall within the specific exceptions to the Open Public Meetings Act. The confidential matters discussed by the board during this executive session include items related to individual privacy, collective bargaining agreements, pending and anticipated litigation and attorney-client privilege, personnel, employment matters affecting a specific prospective and current employee. Any discussion that does not need to remain confidential will be made public as soon as it is practical. Minutes of the executive session will not be disclosed until the need for confidentiality no longer exists. All individuals who may be discussed in executive session have been adequately notified. Action will not take place after the conclusion of the executive session. Okay, motion to move to executive?
Move to go to exec.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Any opposed? Okay. All right, let's go to executive.